this is Sweet June 2010, doing part two of my celibacy video. Like I was saying, you young ladies out there, your body is precious, it's sacred. You need to treat it like that. And let that man prove himself worthy of your body. Don't just go out here and just let men take advantage of you. Save yourself. Save yourself. It'll pay off. It'll pay off in the long run. It's a little hard to do at first. At first, when you first do it, it's hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's easy to, I mean, it's hard to be abstinent. It's hard to be celibate. It was really hard for me at first, but I tell you one thing, I couldn't do it without Jehovah God. He is the one that helped me do it. So, you need God to help you to do it. You call on Jehovah God to help you to do it because you can all things through Christ that strengthens you. We can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. So, I think that's why I've been able to do it all these years because of leaning on Jehovah, leaning on Jehovah God. So you can do it with God's help. You can do it. It can be done. So I'm just, you young ladies out there, it's the best thing to do. Prevent yourself from getting subjected to sexually transmitted diseases, unwanted and unplanned pregnancies. It's devastating when you have an unplanned pregnancy, particularly by a guy that don't have your back. If he doesn't have your back and he doesn't plan on marrying you, then it's a very, very hard thing to have a baby by someone that doesn't have your back. It's very, very difficult, and it's extremely hard to be a single mom. It's very stressful. To save yourself all that pain, I mean, it's no guarantee, even if you get married, it's no guarantee that you won't be a single mom, but at least in your heart that you did the right thing and you waited until marriage. You know, that's what, it's the reason why Jehovah God wants us to abstain until marriage. It's the reason why it's a protection. It's for our protection. He loves us and he's trying to protect us. He doesn't want us to be, sexually transmitted diseases. He doesn't want us to have all the pain that's involved with getting those things, getting sexually transmitted diseases, unplanned pregnancies. There's a lot of pain involved in that. He wants to prevent us from that. When we be disobedient and when we do it anyway, then, we have to suffer the consequences. So he's trying to protect us. He's like a protective parent. I like to use the parable of when my kids were little. I would tell them, stay out of the street, don't play in the street, or don't go in those woods. I got a lot of woods around my house, so I tell them, don't go in those woods. One time my youngest son, he debated with me. He got so angry with me because I wouldn't let him it was a path going through the woods to the other street, and he got so angry at me because I wouldn't let him go through the woods. And I tried to explain to him. I said, well, there could be somebody waiting on you to kidnap you, or I tried to tell him all the things that could happen to him if he cut through the woods, because I'm his mother and I love him and I just wanted to protect him. So, all he could see was, okay, the fun of going through this path, cutting through these woods. Oh, it's so much fun. Mom's trying to stop me from having fun. No, I said, I'm not trying to restrict you. I'm not trying to stop you from having fun. I just want you to be safe. So I like to use that parable. As parents, we try to protect our children. With Jehovah God, is like a protective parent. He's like he's like our father. He's a protective parent. He wants to protect us from hurt. He knows all the hurt and pain that we could go through as a result of having sex outside of marriage. It can result in a lot of hurt and pain with diseases. AIDS is devastating. You can die from it. It's devastating. So he's trying to protect us. Broken hearts. You give yourself to somebody that you thought you loved, and then he winds up leaving you. Well, that's devastation. You're devastated. Now, you didn't give yourself to that man, and he doesn't want you anymore or whatever. He's on to the next woman. Well, that's devastating. You save yourself for someone that's worthy of your body. you know. So I mean, it's to me, it's the best decision that I ever made in my life. Dedicating my life to God and becoming abstinent. It's the best decision that I ever made in my life. The best decision that I made in my life. Because when I was, having sex outside of marriage, it resulted in a lot of pain, and it resulted in unplanned pregnancies and all that. And it was by the grace of God. No, I didn't get a disease because I quit while I was ahead. And you got to know your worth. You got to learn your worth out here. If you don't know your worth, then you're going to continue on the path. You have to learn your worth. Jehovah God can help you learn your worth. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about. Celibacy is a good thing. This is Sweet June 2010.